What is happening, everybody? So the last video I put out got a great response. I actually had some really interesting conversations about it. And we were talking about my experiences with audio equipment. Going back how I started, what some of the first purchases I made were, what I would do differently if I had to start over, and what I'm currently using. Today I want to do a similar thing in regards to lighting. I bought a lot of light since I started out making videos, and looking back, there's some good purchases I made, and there's things I'd do differently if I had to start over. So let's get into it. Some of the first lights I bought were recommended on YouTube. And how I started, I bought a cell phone rig, which is this little rig you can hook your cell phone into, and it has a couple hot shoe mounts on top, and you can kind of hand hold it, and you can put it on a tripod. And I had a little inexpensive microphone that plugged into my cell phone that was inside that rig, and I had a light. And the first light I bought, let's see here. I keep it in my bag still to this day. So this right here is the first light I bought. This is a Ulanzi, U-L-A-N-Z-I. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. There will be a link down in the description so you can check for yourself. Little pocket light here. Still got a little bit of juice in it. You can actually, it's a yellow cover on the front you can take off. And then you could put a clear cover on the front. And the clear cover does soften the light a little bit. I mean, this is a little, it's like rough, so there's a little softening feature on this guy and on the back. But really what I learned over time, these just don't make good primary lights. It's such a small source. So, I mean, I guess if you could fire it through like a big material that softens the light, you might be able to do better with it. I use this for like a hair light, or if I'm trying to put some light on the background, you know, I'll shine it against a wall or something like that. I don't really use this as a primary light, but I did for a while, and it'll do the trick, you know. As usual, if this is all you got or all you can afford, then yeah, 26 bucks. Has a little hot shoe adapter so you can put it in inside a camera or a tripod or a gorilla pod or something like that, kind of move it around, clamp it on things. It's a useful little light that I still use, but I would not recommend using this as a primary light. So this is the second light I ever purchased. This is a Viltrox little pocket LED. It's a little bit better than the Ulanzi. Now, something I forgot to mention about that guy, the Ulanzi you can power with batteries. I believe it's AA's, or it can recharge via USB, which is nice. This one is just USB. It's more powerful. It actually does soften up quite a bit. And you have a little display on the back. You have a little gauge. It tells you what percentage power you're at. And you can actually control the light temperature on here. Now, unlike the last one, you can't use batteries with this, but the versatility to decrease or increase the power to change the color temperature, and it's a little bit brighter. I go to this one before I go to the Ulanzi if I had to use this as a primary light. If all you have access to, or all you have budgeted in, is buying a light in the sub $50 price range, this is great. I wouldn't use it as a primary light if I had another choice, another option. But it is a good light. I carry this with me as well. They both are relatively slim, fitting inside my my camera bag. I like having them around because there's a variety of things you can use them for, from hair lights to background lighting. It's just nice, easy, small, and compact to carry. So the next slide I want to talk about is what I'm actually using as my primary light source right now. Gonna have to make some room here. All right, so this here is a Softbox. It's a box attached to a tripod that has a light bulb on the inside. So there's your light bulb. So this set came with two. I had tripod, softbox, light bulb, all came in a kit. The kit was $69.99 on Amazon. They're not very expensive, and there's much more elaborate and intricate softboxes you can get. But I bought this kit over a year now at this point, and I use both of these softboxes all the time as my primary lights. They're very, very good for the money. They don't have remotes. I can't adjust the brightness, so I'm consistently moving them further and closer away to me based on the camera lens setup I actually have. So would I like to have a remote, and when I like to be able to control the temperature, the brightness, things like that? 100%. But it's just not necessary for the kind of videos I'm putting out right now at this point. Down the road, yes, absolutely. I'll probably be looking into getting a setup like that, like the Lightstorm or something of that nature. But for right now, the kind of videos I'm doing and what I'm using lighting for, these two softboxes are phenomenal, and I got them both for 70 bucks and use them all the time. So if I had to go back, I would probably forego buying both of those pocket LEDs, and I would wait until I could invest in something like this $70 softbox setup. Use them all the time, and it is just that, it's an investment. You'll get years and years of usage out of them. All right, now on to the most recent lighting purchase I've made. So this here is the newer, I hope I'm saying that right. Look down again in the description and I'll have all this stuff listed out. A 660 bicolor LED. This also came in a kit of 2 LEDs complete with tripods. This was around 170 bucks. Great investment. It came literally just like you see here. I've done nothing to them. They're great panels. I also don't find myself using these as primary lights. I have, and you could buy a softbox attachment to it. These are great for adding color. If I wanted to have a blue background right now, I could clamp an inexpensive gel to this front shutter right here and shine it on the back wall and crank up the brightness, and I've got a blue background. If I want to add a hair light in a different color, if I want to match indoor or outdoor lighting, I can do so. This back panel right here has all the adjustments you need. You have your yellow and you have your white, and you can adjust the brightness for each of them independently, and you can shut one of them off if you want to and just have the other. It can also take, I believe these are Sony battery packs. I don't ever take them with me. I don't use this as a really portable light that I like to travel with because I like them on the tripods. I like the adjustability I have, but if you wanted to, you certainly can. Just an all-around great investment. I use these lights all the time for a variety of things. This is something I would definitely recommend for just about anybody. The soft boxes and these don't have to be on the tripods. You could take them off the tripods and mount them wherever you want. In my studio in the basement, I have rafters above me, and I've honestly thought about putting a system up there to where I can have a lights that I can move around and change color and things of that nature. But they're certainly rock solid lights. 2 of them for 170 bucks. You could buy a set of gels for 10 or 11 bucks, and you can buy clamps at Home Depot for 3 or 4 bucks, and you have endless options you can use with these things. So really, really good lights. Newer 660 bicolor LED. I would recommend 100%. So the only other thing I really have to comment on in regards to lighting is your background lighting. I'm not happy with what we have going on here today. I had to move the camera to a new spot in order to be able to bring the lights in, and I could see some glare on the door behind me over here I'm gonna have to mess with in post-production. Let's switch back. All right, that's better. So in regards to background lighting, just pay attention to what you have going on. I'm never happy with my background. I know I got some spots on the wall back there where the previous tenant tried to hang a TV that I haven't painted yet, but I still wanted to do a little something, which is why I hung up these lights. You can get lights relatively inexpensive from a lot of places. I think I got these at Home Depot, but I know you can even get stuff at the dollar store if you want to. So just pay attention. Anything you can do to create depth is a good thing. And if you got some lighting tricks and stuff behind you to make your background look more interesting, nobody's going to complain about that. And I think it could only serve the quality of the videos that you're actually putting out. So if you have any questions, please comment below. If you have any tips, please comment below. Like I said, I am not an expert. I'm just speaking from my experience, and I'm always looking to learn from anybody out there who has something they can offer. Find us online, just add / The Bob and Liz Show to just about everything, and you'll run into us: Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. You're probably watching this on YouTube, and if that's the case, please like and subscribe and turn on the little notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time.